friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another video and welcome back to my Fall Into Reading-a-thon vlog. You guys, I am so excited for this week. As you guys know, Clint, Mel, and I host the SeasonAthon every season, and it's time for our fall season reading-a-thon, which is Fall Into Reading-a-thon. We have 6 prompts over the next 7 days. We have 2 live shows on Saturday and Sunday. Sunday with the author. Saturday is going to be our after hours drunk live show, and it's going to be a blast. But I figured that I would give you a quick little rundown of my TBR if you haven't watched my TBR video specific to Fall Into Reading-a-thon. And then we're gonna get into it. I have a ton of chunky books to read this week, so hopefully I can get through most of them, but I am really excited for all of them nonetheless. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, the first prompt is School's in Session, and that is to read the group book or buddy read a book. And I will be, of course, reading the group book, and that is Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzales. I'm really excited for this. I'm not gonna go into synopsis here because I will probably talk about the synopsis as I read them. However, I am really excited for this one, and I'm really excited to chat with the author about it. Then for online learning, which is to read an ebook or an audiobook, I'm going to be reading The 3 Trials. This is by something Cummings. I can't remember her first name, but it is a reverse harem, dark, paranormal romance situation. It's the second book in a series. I read the first book a little while ago, and I'm interested to see where the second book goes. I didn't love the first book, so we'll see about that one. And then for Friday Night Lights, this is to read a book featuring a competition or a game. I'm reading The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I've heard really good things about this one, and I've heard that the sequel is just as good, so I'm really excited to get around to this one. Then we have Who Wants Candy Corn, and that is to read a book with orange, white, or yellow on the cover, and for that I am reading Crown of Feathers by Nikki Palpretto. Of course, it has all 3 colors that I just said on the cover. I am supposed to be buddy reading this with Sharon, so hopefully she's still down to buddy read because I really do need to get this one read. But I am really excited again for this one. Heard great things about the series. Really excited for it. And from Pumpkin Spice Lattes and Apple Picking, that is to read a book with a fruit or beverage on the cover. For that I am reading Would Like to Meet by Rachel Winters. Again, super excited for this one. It's an adult romance. Y'all know that I love a good adult contemporary romance. I don't think this one has any smut in it, but besides the point, I still like a good romance nonetheless, and I'm excited for this one. And finally, we have Beneath the Harvest Moon, and that is to read a book with a paranormal aspect to it. And for that, I'm going to be reading Wolf Song by TJ Klune. So excited. So excited for this one. Clint, this is one of his favorite books of all time. It is a book about gay werewolves, and that is literally all I needed. That was all I needed. I still haven't read the synopsis. It's a self-published book by TJ Klune. I love The House in the Cerulean Sea when I read it earlier this year, and I'm super excited to get around to this one because I've heard such good things. So really excited about that. So that is all of my Fall Into Reading-a-thon prompts. However, if I have some extra time this week, I will be picking up either Skyward or Alessia in Atlantis. Both of these are on my bingo TBR. Both of these I need to read ASAP. I'm in the middle of both of them, like about 3/4 of the way for both, so definitely need to get these ones done. But that is my TBR for this week. Let's hope, cross our fingers, that I can get through most of these because Lord knows I'm gonna need help. But we do have 7 days to read the 6 prompts, so I think that I should be okay. I think that either I'm going to start with 3 Trials today or Would Like to Meet by I want to say Jen DeLuca every time, by Rachel Winter. Just because both of them are quite short, and I think that I should be able to get through them rather quickly, and then I can tackle some of my bigger books over the next couple of days. I also want to get Perfect on Paper read ASAP because I have to read that one for the live show, so that one is another priority, and if I don't get the rest of them done, it's not the end of the world, but I'm going to try my darndest. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys are participating in Fall Into Reading-a-thon. Obviously, by the time you see this vlog, it will already be over, but I would love to know what you were able to read, what your TBR was like, if you guys joined us for any of the live shows and what you thought. Please leave all of that information down in the comments below. I would love to read those comments. But that is my intro. I'm gonna stop blabbering on and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Alright, this is a new look for me for sure, but I just got done washing my hair and braiding it and getting it done, and I did not have the energy to put a wig back on, so this is what you're getting. Hopefully you don't hate it because I don't really care. But I did want to give you an update on my reading today. I did start one of my Fall Into Reading-a-thon TBR prompts, and that is Pumpkin Spice Lattes and Apple Picking, read a book with a fruit or beverage on the cover. For that, I was reading Would Like to Meet by Rachel Winters. And I'm a little bit further in the book now than I am in my bookmark. Like when I stopped, I was at like 69%. But I'm about 200 pages into this one, and I'm almost done with it. So far, so good. It's not like my favorite romance that I've ever read, but it's a cute read. I have vibes of bouncing between a love triangle, and I don't love that. I never really love a love triangle, and if I do love it, it has to be done right. And I'm just kind of like meh about the story. It's kind of boring. It's basically about this girl who is an assistant to a producing company. Like this guy runs a publishing company, and she had always wanted to be a writer, but she never felt like she was good enough, so she stopped writing, and she's been an assistant for years and years, and she's been wanting this promotion for forever. And she has to work with this hotshot guy that she doesn't really like. She calls him Noob or something like that, N-O-B, and she hates him, but they set up a deal where he will write what he has been contracted to write, as long as she goes out and does meet cutes with different men to try to fall in love, to prove that people can fall in love that way. And you're just following these meet cutes that are disastrous over and over again, and none of them are really like stand out, like obviously because they're terrible and they're not great. But she does meet this man who has a little daughter in a coffee shop where she does her first 2 meet cutes, and they start to build a relationship from there. The daughter's really cool. She's super cute. She's also deaf, so there's also some representation for that in here. And so far, it's okay. It's a pretty normal, very middle of the road romance book so far. And then I also started and finished an entire book at work today, only because it was 60 pages long. It was a little novella. I was scrolling through Goodreads and somebody was like, I really liked this, and it was only 60 pages. And I was like, I own that, and it's only 60 pages. Like, I could read that so quick. So it was called The Secret Note, and it was basically about this girl who went on a camping trip with her brother and some of his friends, and she passed one of the friends a note saying, like, I want to have sex with you, so meet me in my tent tonight when everyone goes to bed, and we'll get it on. In lame terms. And they did it, and he was like an Australian going back to Australia a few days later, and so you pick the story back up 7 years later, and he's moving to LA, and they're picking up a conversation. It was 60 pages. It was very, 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 very fast paced, so if you don't like what seemed to me like insta love, you won't like it, but it was a quick read. I didn't go in there for a serious read. It was fun. It was lighthearted. I gave it a 4-star. It was a good time. And then now I'm going to sit down and read some of Wolfsong, as well as Crown of Feathers, because I'm supposed to be buddy reading both of these. I need to talk to Sharon and see if we're still buddy reading this, but I figured I would get my pages done today, just because I do have to read that anyways. But I do really want to read this one, and I'm buddy reading this with Tracy, and Tracy has already read some today, and I need to catch up because I'm behind. So I'm going to sit down and read some of this. Depending on how much I have left of Would Like to Meet, I might try to finish this one up tonight, but it is currently already 7 o'clock. I am tired, and I'm ready to go to bed, so we'll see how much reading I actually get done. Okay, good morning. I am running a little bit late today. I ended up staying in bed for an extra 10 minutes today, but boy, does that make a difference when you wake up at 6:30 and you need to leave at 7:30, at least for my morning routine. But I wanted to come on here really quickly and give you an update. I can actually give you an update of where I am with Would Like to Meet by Rachel Winters. I am on page 220. So a good chunk of the way through this. I only read like the last page and a half last night just to get to the end of the chapter, because I was listening to the audiobook on my way home from work last night. And I do plan on finishing this one today. This is going to be my main priority. And then I picked up Wolfsong by TJ Klune last night, and I got to page 86. And this is really, really interesting. So far, I'm really liking the writing style. It has a very interesting prose, and I'm really curious to see like where this is going to go. This one follows Ox, who his dad leaves when he is 12 years old, and he's really shaped by that experience. And then he meets this family at 16, and I forget what the family is called. Anyways, it's a pack of werewolves. You know that from the synopsis. But he finds out about 70 pages in that this family is a family of werewolves, and he's been a part of their pack for a little while, just as like a really good friend to one of the werewolves. His name is Joe. He's 11 years old, and prior to meeting Ox, he hadn't talked for 15 months because he went through a very traumatic experience and refused to speak. And as soon as he met Joe, he came alive again and started talking, and Joe and Ox became best friends. And you're just watching their relationship grow. It's really sweet so far. I'm really enjoying it. I know from the synopsis something's going to happen, and it's going to be a little while before they see each other again, and I'm not looking forward to that. I am buddy reading this with Tracy. Tracy stopped at chapter 3 last night, but I just had to keep going, so I'm a little bit ahead of where she is. I'm going to let her know so that if she wants to catch up, she can, and then I'll probably come home and read some more of this today. But I think that while I'm working, I'm going to listen to the audiobook of this and finish it, and then listen to the audiobook of 3 Trials. This is by something Cummings. I can't remember her name. Every time I forget it. I'll put the picture up on the screen. It's the second book in a series. So I'm going to start that today. And hopefully I can get through a good portion of that just listening to the audiobook while I work. Obviously I'm at work, so things come up and I have to stop my audiobook because work is priority. So we'll see how much I can get through that today. But that is kind of the goal. So far so good. I've started 3 out of my 6 TBR books. I didn't get a chance to start Crown of Feathers last night. I was just tired and I wanted to relax after reading Wolfsong. So that's something that I can prioritize today, hopefully. And I can get a start on that. I don't think I'm going to buddy read it with Sharon this week just because she's really busy. No worries. Hopefully we can buddy read something next month. But we'll see. I have to go pack my lunch and get ready for work. Get Bailey ready. She's already out and about. She was not ready to get out of bed this morning. She was in there until this very second. So I'm going to get her ready, get myself ready, and I'm going to go to work, and I will talk to you guys when I get off.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is...
Hi guys, so I am talking to you while I get ready because I don't think I'm going to have time to talk to you this morning, but I figured I would come on here and share with you guys how yesterday's reading went. So today is day 3 of Fall into Reading-a-thon, and I have finished 2 books so far, which is great. Yesterday I was able to finish Would Like to Meet by Rachel Winters, and I gave it a 3-star. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite book that I've ever read. I felt like it was just okay. It did deal with the love triangle, which I mentioned previously, and I just don't particularly care for love triangles, and in my opinion this one wasn't done particularly well. I mean, I didn't think so, at least. I don't know, it was kind of boring at times too. The romance felt like it took literally like 500 years to get to, and it just didn't feel very like satisfying at the end. However, I will say that I did like the male love interest, well, the one that she actually ended up with. I'm happy that she ended up with that guy because I thought that he was the best of the 2. I think that was pretty obvious all the way through. So yeah, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. Happy I read it. One more book off of my TBR. I will take it. But it just wasn't my favorite book of all time. That being said, I did finish another book last night. I started and finished 3 Trials by Christy Cummings. Cummings? I don't fucking know. I get it wrong every freaking time. I can seriously never get this right. But it was the second book in a reverse harem paranormal series. And I will definitely say that when I read the first book, I was a little bit disappointed because it was supposed to be a reverse harem, and there was literally 0 smut in the first book. However, this book definitely stepped up the smut. It just was still a 3-star book for me. The first book was a 3-star, and I was rather disappointed with it, and this one was a 3-star, but not for the same reasons. I feel like this book was just super, like, dialogue heavy, which makes the world building very hard to understand when it's just dialogue. Like, this main character talks way too freaking much. Like, shut up. Like, seriously. And we get this really big plot twist at the end of the book that really changes the dynamic of how their relationship works, and it just felt too easy. I don't know. I didn't like absolutely love it. I think there's one more book in the series, and I am intrigued enough to figure out what happened because it does leave off on a pretty big cliffhanger. But I don't know. It just wasn't everything I wanted it to be, which is sad. But whatever. You win some, you lose some. You can't love them all. So we'll see how my reading continues. I think today I'm going to try to pick up. Today I'm going to focus on reading some more of Wolf Song by TJ Klune. I was supposed to read to page 200 last night, but I got distracted editing a video and I didn't get around to picking up the book. And then 10 o'clock rolled around and I was exhausted. So no more extra reading got done of TJ Klune's book, and I am buddy reading that with a friend. So I figured that I could focus on that today while I go to and from work, and then listening while I work as well. I'm on page 86, so I have a good portion of that to read today. And if I have some extra time, I'm gonna try to pick up maybe the Inheritance Games or something along those lines, another chunky book. Or actually, I do need to start Crown of Feathers soon. That's another chunky book that I do need to get around to reading. So I have a lot of books that I can still read. I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet. And that's my update. So I will talk to you guys when I have something more fun to say.
You and I, we got it. We don't need no more.
Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to come on here and give you guys a quick update. Wolf Song. Wolf Song. Oh my gosh. This book, I am almost at the end. As you can see, I have 73 pages to go. My nasty fingerprints are all over it, but oh yes, this book, oh my god, ew. This book is so amazing. It's going to end up on my favorites of the year list for sure. Oh my gosh, it is so sad. It's so good. It's so heartfelt. It's so everything. It's everything I needed. Everything. I'm so excited to read the rest of this. I will definitely be reading this on shrimps. Yes, shrimps later on tonight. Mel's gonna join us. I believe Clint is gonna join as well. Then I have a dinner to go to with my mother-in-law. So I'm not gonna have a lot of time to update you guys, because as soon as I'm done with my shrimp, I'm leaving. I'm going to have dinner, and then I'll come back and I will give you guys an update, and hopefully I will finish this one before the shrimp is over. But oh my gosh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for it to be over. I'm not ready for anything. I'm hoping that TJ Klune does not try to break my heart again, because I cannot do it. I won't make it through. Needless to say, the characters are great, the writing is great, the plot is phenomenal. Everything about this book is just perfection, and I love it. But I did have an update to actually give you that's quite important. I switched out my prompt for Who Wants Candy Corn from Crown of Feathers to Blood and Honey. There is a little bit of white and a little bit of orange in here. That's the prompt to read a book with white, orange, or yellow on the cover. So I'm going to read Blood and Honey instead, because this one is also on my bingo TBR, and I really need to get my bingo TBR down. Wolf Song is also on my bingo TBR, and then this week I'm really going to focus on Perfect on Paper, also on my bingo TBR. And then one that is not on my bingo TBR, that is not a part of the Fall Into Reading-a-thon, but is part of my bingo TBR that I really also need to finish or start, is Liar by Tate James. This is going to take me a day. All I need to do is sit down and read it. So that is my plan. Those are the 4 books I'm really going to focus on for the rest of this week. And then if I have time, then I will read The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Will be the last book for my prompts for the Fall Into Reading-a-thon. This one is for Friday Night Lights, to read a book with the competition. So that is the plan. Hopefully I can get through all of those. And then I still have to finish Alessi in Atlantis and Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, and this one's by Natalie Lane. I am in the middle of both of these, about halfway through this one and 3/4 of the way through this one, and I definitely do have to finish these because both of these are also on my bingo TBR. So as you can see, I'm struggling with my bingo TBR this month. And then after that, the only other books that are on my TBR that I probably won't get to are these 3. Outlander, Ember of Night, and A Gathering of Shadows, which none of them are urgent. These were on my Bookopoly-a-thon and Magical Readathon TBRs, so I'm honestly not super worried about it, but I do have still quite a few books to read. So that's kind of my overall update. Obviously, this is a Fall Into Reading-a-thon vlog, so this is what I'm going to try to focus on the most, other than this one. And hopefully I can get through most of these. I really don't have any problems with this. I know I'm going to finish this one, and I have to finish this one because it's the group book, but this one is a chunky bitch, and I'm a little afraid I'm not going to finish it. So that's my thoughts. Anyways, I'm done rambling. I will talk to you guys in a little bit.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by inside and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Hi friends, let's talk. I finished Wolf Song by TJ Klune. I'm still kind of speechless, honestly. One of the best books I've read. What? Hold on. Let me try that again. One of the best books I've read all year. Hands down. So good. So, I repeat, so good. 5 out of 5 stars. Fantastic. I love the characters. I love the story. I loved the writing. I loved the angst. I loved the character arcs. I loved how much TJ Klune put into these characters, and the way that he wrote it was just so beautiful, and the prose was just amazing, and I just loved every second of it, and it hurt. It hurt me. Like, I was crying at work listening to this audiobook because he hurt me. But it was so well done. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. Highly recommend. If you like paranormal romances, if you like LGBTQI+, and you like to put those two together, gay werewolves. That's all the synopsis that you need, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. It is so freaking good. So freaking good. So after my 2-3 stars this week, I finally got my 5-star. Will definitely be in my favorites of the year list. So good. That being said, I started Perfect on Paper today, right after I finished Wolf Song. I spent the last 10 minutes of our reading Shrimps, reading this. I'm only on page 14. Not very far into it at all. I've only read this much, but we're getting there. It's a start. It's a start, and I will take it. This one, did I explain the synopsis of this one already? No. This one follows Darcy, who runs like the school's anonymous romance advice center through a locker, and she is really determined not to have anybody know that it's her that runs this advice center. Basically, you drop a note in a locker with some money, and then at an unknown time to anybody else, Darcy will go and grab the notes from the locker, and she'll go home and email these people back their responses to the answers that they're asking about relationship advice. However, Alexander sees Darcy take the letters out of the locker, and he knows that she is the anonymous person, and he blackmails her into helping him get back with his ex. That's all I really know so far. I know this is LGBTQI+. From what I was talking to Mel and Clint about this book, it is very high in representation, which is awesome. There's a lot of different representation in this book in regards to LGBTQI+, which is awesome. There's some really great conversations about stuff that I don't know yet because I haven't read it, but I've just heard really, really good things from them so far. So I'm really excited to give this one a go. I think there's also like a friendship relationship in here as well, which is so fun. So really excited. Can't wait to read more. Again, only 14 pages in, but I'm really enjoying it. But when I'm not reading Perfect on Paper, because I have that one on Scribd, and I don't tend to take Scribd with me, even though I could listen to it on my phone. On my phone, it only allows for 2.5 times speed, or 2 times speed actually, and I like to listen to my stuff at 3. So I will be listening to Blood and Honey by Shelley Mahurin and getting this done. So will be at least 3 more books that are on my bingo TBR, all taken care of. And Perfect on Paper, obviously, it takes care of the schools in session prompt and to read the group book or buddy read a book. And then this one fulfills the Who Wants a Candy Corn prompt with a book with red, orange, or white on the cover. And I'm using Blood and Honey for that one. So, and then I completed the Beneath the Harvest Moon read a book with paranormal aspects with Wolf Song. So I've completed 3, including my ebook that I'll put right here. And I'm on my way to 2/3 more. So we're getting there. Slow and steady. We'll win this race. I believe in me. But that is my current update. I'm gonna go take off my makeup, relax, head off to bed because it's almost 10 o'clock, and y'all know it's bedtime. Good night.
You and I, we got it. We don't need no more.
morning, lovely friends. I hope you're doing well. I didn't get a chance to update you as much as I wanted to yesterday, so I figured I would come on here and give you my updates that I have so far. So I am in the middle of 2 books for the Fall into Reading-a-thon. I am currently reading Schools in Session, Read the Group Book, Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzales, and I'm really enjoying this one. I did some reading sprints last night with Mike over the phone, and I got to page 138. So I'm about almost halfway through this, and I'm really enjoying this. It's a really cute read so far. I'm really liking the characters. There's a lot of nice humor in here. There's some really good conversations about relationships, and the dating advice that the main character gives is really sound advice, and it's really awesome. But there's also a really awesome conversations in here about LGBTQI+, and just pronouns, and how you should be addressing people, and gender fluidity, which I love. It's just a really awesome book with a lot of great conversations. So really enjoying this one so far. Can't wait to get to the end. I won't be listening to that one during my work time because it's on Scribd, and I like to listen to Scribd books at home because the internet connection through Scribd is sometimes kind of funky. So I will be picking up more of Blood and Honey today, though. I am not as far into this as I would have liked. I'm only on page 67. Yesterday, I just was not in the mood to read, and the only reason I got any reading done is because I went on those reading sprints with Mike. So today, I'm really going to focus on getting a good chunk of this read today. It's not that I'm not enjoying it, it's just that I just wasn't in the mood to read. So this is the sequel to Serpent and Dove, which I really enjoyed. I read that last month, and so far, I'm enjoying this. It picks right back up where we left off. I love Lou and Reed. I think that they're a really cool and cute couple, and I love... This is gonna, you know what, it's not gonna sound weird because y'all know I love a good smutty romance, but in the last book and in this book, Shelby Mahurin has gotten pretty detailed with her, with their intimate scenes, and I was quite surprised for a YA book. I was like, wow, okay, we're going there. I love to see it. So that's been really entertaining to read, and I like the characters. I like the magic system. I'm curious to see that a lot of people didn't love the second book because it was supposed to be a duology. It was stretched into a trilogy, and apparently the second book shows that. So I'm really curious to see how I feel about it when I get to the end, but I am enjoying it so far. And then after I read those 2, what am I going to focus on? I have no idea. I know that tomorrow I will 100% be focusing on reading Liar by Tate James, which is not on my Fall into Reading-a-thon TBR, but it is on my Bingo TBR, and I am determined to read it in a day and tab it up. So I will be reading that probably in one sitting on Saturday. My husband's going to bingo. Not bingo. Why do I keep saying bingo? He's going to play poker with his work friends. So I'll be home for the most part by myself tomorrow. So that'll be what I'll do. Hopefully if I can finish these 3 books in a pretty rapid rate, then I can film my TBR video because I need to get that filmed so I can get it edited and up to you guys in a timely manner. So that is my current updates and thoughts on reading and everything else. I'm gonna get ready for work, and I will talk to you guys when I get home.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
Hi friends, I just wanted to come on here and give you an update on my reading as well as open a book box. I got my Illumicrate box in today, so I figured I would open that with you. I wanted to give you an update on Blood and Honey by Shelby Mahurin. I'm 216 pages in, almost 50%, and I am not loving this. In the first book, I loved Reed as a character, and I loved where this story was going. I don't love Reed in this book. He is literally pissing me off. He is acting like a petulant 5-year-old. Like, I just want him to grow up a little bit and stop acting so immature, and it's frustrating me. The storyline with Lou and her familial issues, I'm not going to spoil anything, is very interesting, and I'm very dedicated to that part of the story, but Reed's section of the story is just, it's not it for me, honey. It's not it for me. So yeah, I'm struggling with that a little bit, and I'm hoping that I end up enjoying it a little bit more when I get to the end, but we shall see. It is hot as hell in here. But I did, like I said, get my Illumicrate box. It's kind of hoping nothing is broken in there because it's kind of bent out of shape, but let's hope nothing is broken. let's go ahead and open this baby up and see what's in here. Ooh, okay. So the theme for this month is To the Bitter End. I think I know what the book is for this one, so I'm really excited for that. September 2021. We got some paper. Ooh, maybe some cutlery. Let's see. Ooh, this maybe is like probably a letter opener. This is really cool. Let's see if I can get it out of the plastic. Come on, you can do it. Okay, it's a sword. This coloring and the top here reminds me of Percy Jackson. Maybe Lore or the Gilded Ones. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check the spoiler card on that. But I'm not sure if it's just like a little sword to have in the box or if it's a letter opener or what, but it's cool. Ooh, I needed a new makeup bag, so this is perfect actually. Ooh, this is so cute. The inside is like that plasticky, we have a gold zipper. And this is the front. I don't know what this is inspired by. Maybe Shadow of the Gods. It has a big dragon on the front. Or maybe the Game of Thrones. This definitely reminds me of, what's her name? The dragon lady in Game of Thrones. I don't remember her name, but I could definitely see that being the case for that. I was right about the book. And this edition is stunning. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have a pin, it looks like. Illumicrate exclusive White Flower and Scarlet Gang pin set. So it's inspired by These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. Let's see. Look how stunning that is. So it does have a little chain that connects it. And then you have the White Flowers and the Scarlet Gang here, which is actually really cool. I've never seen a pin like that. So love that. We'll hold off on that piece there. Looks like we have some magnets. They say always victorious. I'm thinking that this is Ember and the Ashes inspired. That looks like Elias, Laya, and Helene. So I think that that's what that's inspired by, which is really cool that I'm starting to figure out who and what these books are inspired by. I'm loving that for me. We have, let's see, what are these? Strange the Dreamer, Laini Taylor exclusive design. I just don't know what it is. Hold on. Let me open it. That's what it looks like. I'm thinking maybe they might be bookmarks, but I'm not really sure. I'll have to check the spoiler card. They're very cute. I can definitely see the Strange the Dreamer inspiration, but I just don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do with it. Oh God! That's a big ass book! I was not expecting that. Holy shit! This book is huge. This book is huge. Oh my God, I love this edition. Oh, it's stunning. It's stunning. It's stunning. Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. Holy shit. This book is gorgeous. I mean, the original edition is gorgeous as well, but oh, I'm in love with this. But just when you thought, look at that. Oh my goodness, that is stunning. Way to go, Illumicrate. We do have a print inside here that was inside the book. Hello, Illumicrates. Welcome to the Empire. Welcome to the Empire set candle at our windows. Invite no stranger into your home. Dark days come and nights yet darker, but you're in good hands with Gabe. Enjoy. That was a very interesting letter. Don't quite understand, but it is signed by J. Kristoff. We have some beautiful Under the Dust Jacket art, as well as the spine is quite gorgeous as well. There's no Under the Dust Jacket art this time around, but it is stunning, and the end pages are really pretty as well. Whew, okay, let's see. It has been 27 long years since the last sunrise. For nearly 3 decades, vampires have waged war against humanity, building their eternal empire even as they tear down our own. Now only a few tiny sparks of light endure in a sea of blackness. Gabriel de Leon, half man, half monster, and last remaining Silver Saint, a sworn brother of the Holy Silver Order, dedicated to defending the realm from the creatures of the night, is all that stands between the world and its end. Now imprisoned by the very monsters he vowed to destroy, the last Silver Saint is forced to tell a story of legendary battles and forbidden love, of faith, love, and friendship, one. Of faith lost and friendships won, of the wars of the blood and the forever king, and the quest for humanity's last remaining hope, the Holy Grail. Wow. From holy cup comes holy light, the faithful hand sets world alight, and in the seven martyrs' sight, near man shall end this endless night. Ooh, this sounds so good. I'm loving the sprayed edges. The stenciled edges are stunning. This book was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I was not prepared for the mere extensiveness of this, but it is 700 plus pages. It is absolutely stunning though. They did a great job with this. There's a map. It is very, very, very cool. Way to go, Illumicrate. I do have the pin here somewhere. And then we'll end off this very long clip. All right, this is what the pin looks like. It says, "May the dark know your name and despair." It's not gonna focus on the words, but it's a very cool pin. We love to see it. I'm very happy with this edition. I'm gonna go put all this stuff away and hopefully sit down and relax and get some more reading done, and I will talk to you when I have something exciting to say. I just realized that I forgot to figure out where all of the spoilers, all the stuff came from. So the Riptide sword replica is inspired by Percy Jackson, so I was right with one of those guesses. And it's just a sword to put around your house as a decoration. The Manon and Abrox pouch, inspired by Throne of Glass. I was way off. Throne of Glass. I need to finish that series, obviously, because I did not know anything about a dragon. Okay, thank you very much. Wild and Improper shoe charm. Oh, they're shoe charms. Actually, that's pretty cute. Not gonna lie. Inspired by Strange the Dreamer. Always Victorious Magnets. It was inspired by Ember in the Ashes. Yes. And then, of course, the the chain set here is inspired by these Violent Delights. So, nice. It's a pretty cool thing. I'm gonna go now. Peace out, bye.
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. All your life you've tried to be a good man inside. Did everything that you thought you should. Didn't seem to do you any good. I know you've tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. Did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life?
Hey y'all, I figured I would come on here and do a little haul for you guys. Bailey decided to join us. I just got back from Irvine Spectrum. I went there to go to Sephora. Then I stopped at Barnes & Noble. Then I had lunch. And then I went into Target for one thing. And of course, you never leave Target with just one thing. So I figured I would show you everything that I got. So we'll start with Sephora, since that's where I went first. Okay, so at Sephora, I picked up a few things that I know that I needed. I had a few gift cards. I also got a birthday gift. So that was not expected. But she was like, "You never picked up your birthday gift. Do you want it now?" I'm like, okay, that was like 3 months ago, but okay, I'll take it. We have here the 24-hour photo finish primer from Smashbox. I needed another eye primer, so there's that. I also got some eyebrow gel from Anastasia. It's just the clear eyebrow gel. And then from Fenty, I got their mattifying primer. I just needed another primer, and I wanted something that was mattifying because the one that I currently have is pore filling, and I just wanted something different. And then I got the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel in medium brown and a brush to go with it. I used to have the Anastasia Dip Brow, and then 2 years ago when we moved, I lost it and I never repurchased it. So I'm excited to have this in my collection again. And then the gift that I got was this NARS Laguna. I think that one of them is a bronzer maybe, and then the other one is a lipstick. So let's take a look. Oh my gosh, this packaging is so cute. Ooh, it's like a brown shade. I don't think that this is going to show up on me at all. What the heck is this? Is this a bronzer? It's like not even coming up on my hand at all. I have no idea what this is. Bronzing powder. Oh, it's a lip balm, which is why it's not showing up, because it's a lip balm. And then this is a bronzer. Hopefully it's dark enough for me. We'll see. If not, I can use it as an eyeshadow, but it is very cute. So that was my Sephora haul. I switched you over because that lighting was absolutely terrible. Barnes & Noble. I picked up 2 books. I picked them up because they were buy one, get one half off. And this is for a secret video that's coming very, very soon. So I decided to buy another one that was half off. So I got the Spanish Love Deception. This is Fake Dating, Enemies to Lovers. All I needed. I also heard that it's very smutty, so excited about that. And then I just saw this one and it sounded really good, so I decided to pick it up. It's called Even If We Break. This is by, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that name. It says, it was never just a game. 5 friends go to a cabin. 4 of them are hiding secrets. 3 years of history bind them. 2 are doomed from the start. 1 wants to end it. No one is safe. Are you ready to play? That just sounds like it's going to be amazing. Hopefully I can squeeze this in October, but I have a very, very full TBR for October, so we'll see about that. And then I went to Target. I went to Target for one thing. I went there to go buy my husband some more deodorant. I did do that, and then I just got so distracted by all of their fall stuff, so I bought more things. So first, I bought this cute white and tan fall backpack. I don't know, I just thought it was really, really cute, and I've been wanting like a really cute, stylish backpack for a little while now. So this is really adorable, and I'm looking forward to using it to use in my everyday life. And then I got, let's see, 2-piece little jumpsuit, just like a little lounge, something to lounge in. I'll probably put this on in just a second to see how it feels. But it's just like this creamy white 2-piece lounge suit. I got a small in the bottoms and then a medium in the top, just because I wanted something that was going to be like nice and slouchy. So there's that. My husband's deodorant, don't worry, I got it. I also got this really cute fall colored cardigan. I've been needing another cardigan to wear, so I just picked this one up. It has nice, I think it has nice big pockets there, and I just figured it would be really nice to throw on top of some of the basic neutrals that I picked up. And then I picked up a couple of t-shirts. The smaller ones here with just like the cut off sleeves, these ones were $5. So I picked up 2 of these ones just because they're really cute, nice fall colors. I picked up one more, and that one is like in this like muted green color. Again, a nice fall tone. And then I just picked up a few like quarter sleeve t-shirts. One in black. It has like that ribbing texture. One in this like mauvey purple color, which I thought is really cute, and it will really go well with some of the outfits that I have planned for this one. And then I got this like fall tan color. All very fall. I love it. They're all the same style. These ones were $12. And so I just picked up some fall stuff, some really cute fall stuff. I probably shouldn't have spent as much money as I did, but I did it, and I can't. I was gonna say that I'm not ashamed, but I am kind of a little bit, so it's fine, everything's fine. But yeah, my husband is out playing poker with his work friends, so I'm gonna sit down and read Liar right now. I've been listening to Serpent and Dove on my way to and from where I was going. I've also listened to some more of Perfect on Paper today. So I'm making progress in a little bit of everything, and I will give you guys my updates once I finish reading Liar, and then I'm going to jump on to the After Hours live stream with Mel and Clint at 5 p.m. So I'm going to go do that, and I will talk to you guys in a little while.
Give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up, just hold on tight, it'll be alright. 2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along.
Hi friends, I just wanted to come on here and give you an update on my reading. I do have some updates finally, so that's great. I finished 2 books. 2 whole books. I did start and finish Liar yesterday. I loved it. No one is surprised. The second book in the Madison Kate series by Tate James. This is a reread for me. I have already read this full entire series, and now that I have physical copies, I am rereading them and tabbing them. Look at the tabbing glory of this book. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. It's so good. There's not much to say about this other than I loved it. It was great. It's a reverse harem series. If you guys haven't heard me talk about this one, where have you been? I've literally talked about it in almost every single video in the past month and a half. I'm not surprised. But it's great. It's fantastic. It's hot. It's sexy. I love the men in this book. Love them, love them. Even Archer, who for the most part of the series is a complete asshole. I still love him with all of my freaking heart. And this is a fantastic book series. If you are looking for a good smutty reverse harem series, this is it. This is it. And then I finished the group book, Perfect on Paper, by Sophie Gonzales. We actually had our live show this morning with Sophie over on Mel's channel. So if you want to go back and watch that, feel free to do so. I will leave it in the description box below. It was a fantastic live. We had some really great conversations and some laughs. It was a lot of fun. Highly recommend you go watch it if you haven't. But I did read this one and finish it this morning, actually. I had like 50 pages left, so I just finished that this morning, and it was really good. I ended up giving it a 4.5 on Storygraph, 4 on Goodreads. I really, really enjoyed this one. There's a ton of awesome representation in here. A ton of awesome conversations in here. There were just so many things that I pulled from this story that I absolutely loved. So many wonderful, like, advice things from this book, because this book does mainly focus on the advice column alongside the friendship and romance that's going on in this book. And there was just so many wonderful things to pull and learn from, and it was so beautifully well done. It didn't feel preachy. It just felt very raw and natural, and the rep in here was just so beautifully well done. I can't necessarily speak to the full representation, but I did talk with both Mel and Clint, who are both in the LGBTQI+ community, and they both love how this representation was done, and I have to agree. I thought that it was really beautifully portrayed. So that being said, really, really enjoyed it. If you are interested in knowing what the rep in this book is, there's literally pretty much everything that you can think of. We have a trans character, a bisexual main character, a lesbian main character. There's gay representation, asexual and aromantic representation. We have non-binary, pansexual, literally everything you can think of. It's in this book, and it's done not in a way that's like throwing all of this rep at you, but just really well done. There's a LGBTQI+ club at school where you're getting all of this rep in, and just again, some really wonderful conversations. Highly, highly recommend that you read it. And if you've already read this one, then I would go back and read Sophie Gonzales' first book, which is Only Mostly Devastated. It is a queer Grease retelling. Again, highly recommend it. I haven't read it, but I've heard good things. So love the writing, love the author, very well done. But those are the 2 books that I finished this weekend. I still have some more reading to do, don't worry. I'm hoping to finish Blood and Honey today once I get back from running around and doing some errands. But that's kind of the update for now. I will talk to you guys in a little bit.
The summer night has just begun. The moon is bright, let's have some fun. Oh, this is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go.
Hi friends, I just wanted to come on here and close out this vlog. It is officially the end of the Fall Into Reading-a-thon, and it was such a fun week. I'm so glad that we were able to get a ton of reading done. We had some wonderful live shows. I got to hang out with all of you, and it was just a blast. If you did participate in the Fall Into Reading-a-thon, let me know how you did, what prompts that you finished, what books you read for each prompt. I would love to have that conversation with you down in the comments, not in the description, in the comments below. And then of course, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you haven't already went and followed Mel and Clint, please go do so. Clint, I believe, is doing updates on TikTok, and Mel will be posting her weekly vlog, I'm sure. So go check out all of that. It's going to be a blast. And then if you didn't watch any of the live shows from the past 2 days for Saturday and Sunday, feel free to go back and watch those ones again. They're on Mel's channel. I will leave them in the description box below. It was a fun time. Highly recommend you go check that out. But let me just close out this vlog and tell you what I was able to read and how I maneuvered the prompts, because I didn't end up finishing 6 books for all 6 prompts, but I did complete the entire Fall Into Reading-a-thon. Okay, so for Schools in Session, read the group book or buddy read a book. I, of course, read the group book, Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzales. It was fantastic. I ended up giving this one a 4.5 stars, depending on where you're looking at, either Goodreads or Storygraph. But I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really well done. I loved the writing. I liked the characters. I really enjoyed the story and the conversations and the representation. I thought that it was so beautifully well done, and I highly, highly recommend this one. So I did use this one to complete my group book prompt, but I also used this to complete Friday Night Lights, to read a book that features a competition. This book does feature a swim meet in the book, so even though it's small, we're still going to count it and take our win where we can get it, right? Then for online learning, to read a book in a mixed media format, so either ebook or audiobook, I read 3 Trials. This is by Christy Cummings. It was a reverse harem 2nd book in a series. I gave this one a 3-star as well. I think I gave the last one a 3-star. It was okay. I probably will finish out the series just to see where this goes, but the dynamic shift in this book just wasn't for me. I didn't care for how everything played out, and I kind of wish that it did something a little bit different, but it was definitely a ton more spicy than the first book in the series, so I'm hoping that book 3 will be even more spicy, but you know, I'm waiting. Then for Who Wants Candy Corn, read a book with white, orange, or yellow on the cover. I ended up reading Liar for that. I was going to originally read Crown of Feathers. I didn't get around to finishing or starting that. I was going to read Blood and Honey, but I didn't finish it. But I did read this one, and this does have white on the cover, so I'm going to take it. I loved this reread. It was such a fucking blast. I love these characters. I love this story. This is one of the best reverse harem books that I have read to date, and I highly recommend to you guys pick this up, because it is so good. Highly recommend it. If you haven't already taken my advice and picked up this book, if you like reverse harems, if you like steam, if you like a good smut book, you will thank me later, okay? Thank you. Then for pumpkin spice lattes and apple picking, read a book with a fruit or beverage on the cover. I read Would Like to Meet by Jen DeLuca. I gave this one a 3-star. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite adult romance. I probably won't keep it on my shelves, but I did read it. It was cute. I just didn't love the love triangle. I didn't really love the writing style. It just wasn't my favorite overall, but if you like a good adult romance with a meet cute type centered romance, you might like this one. And finally, to complete the final prompt, Beneath the Harvest Moon, I read Wolf Song by TJ Klune, and I loved it. I gave it a 5-star. It'll definitely end up in my favorites of the year list. It was so fucking well done. I loved the writing, I loved the characters, I loved the story arc. I loved every single second of this book, and it brought me to tears more than once. So well done, TJ Klune. You are definitely an auto-buy author for me. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Highly recommend. And the only other book that I'm working on and have not finished this week was Blood and Honey by Shelby Mahurin. I don't exactly know where I'm at, because I was listening to the audiobook a little bit of this one, and I'm enjoying it. It's just not my favorite book in the series. This was supposed to be a duology, and it feels like this book was stretched in order to make it a trilogy, and I don't love that. It definitely feels like a filler book, but I will continue to read it, and hopefully I will finish it in the next day or 2, because I still have some books on my TBR that I absolutely have to get done. So let's hope that I can get that all figured out, but that is the end of this video. Let me know if you have read any of the books that I talked about this week, what you thought of them. I would love to hear your thoughts, but that is the end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and of course leave any comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Baby, turn it down.